Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be comparing two foundations, both on the pricier side, so I thought it would be fun to see which one I think is more worth your money. So today I'm doing the Chanel Ultra Le Tint All Day Comfort Flawless Finish Foundation, which I just recently tried, versus the Dior Forever Natural Nude Foundation. Both really amazing, and like I said, just wanted to see how they compare. So before we get started, please give this video a thumbs up for me, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Do not miss out on 3 videos a week. Thank you so much if you do. But if you want to see me compare these two foundations, stay tuned for the rest of the video. Okay, so we can just get started. So like I said, I'm comparing Chanel and Dior, both on the pricier side. So I wanted to see if like I had to choose one, which one would it be? Disclaimer, I am pale right now, or paler than I am during the weekend, so these might be a little bit dark on me, but just bear with me. I always get foundations for when I'm tan, because from Thursday to like Monday, Tuesday, I'm pretty tan. So I have them both pulled up. I'm gonna read the details on Chanel first. So this one I got from Ulta. They have like a really good line of Chanel products over there, and they don't have these at Sephora, I don't think, or at least not that I could find. So just wanted to put that out there. So again, this is the Chanel Ultra Le Tint Ultrawear All Day Comfort Flawless Finish Foundation. Goes for $65, so it's definitely up there in price. And then I have mine in the shade B40. So let me just make sure I'm telling you guys the right color. Yeah, so it's intense medium shade, neutral undertone. I always go for like a neutral undertone. And then this is 1 fluid ounce. It says a full coverage foundation that provides up to 24-hour wear with a soft matte finish. The lightweight texture glides seamlessly onto skin for all-day comfort. This liquid formula provides buildable coverage that lasts in even environmentally strenuous conditions. Enriched with Luminous Perfection Soft Focus Powder, it conceals visible imperfections and illuminates for the look of smooth, even skin. So it sounds amazing, and it is amazing because I've tried it. And then the other foundation we're comparing is Dior. It's the Forever Natural Nude. So this one goes for $55. It's $10 less than the Chanel foundation, but it's still really good, and obviously that's still pretty pricey. And then I have this one in, what shade is this? 3.5N. So it's medium skin with a neutral beige undertone, so basically the same thing. And then this one is also 1 ounce, so you get the same amount of product, but this is $10 less. And then the summary for this one says, Dior Forever has reinvented the natural complexion with Forever Natural Nude Foundation, 24-hour perfection with a nude skin sensation thanks to its formula enriched with 96% natural origin ingredients and concentrated floral skincare. It says, fresh and lightweight, the Dior Forever Natural Nude Foundation's texture offers a natural and luminous finish with no mask-like effect, allowing the skin to breathe from morning to night. The complexion is flawlessly even for 24 hours non-stop. The skin is hydrated and radiant, as if plumped. So all of that sounds amazing. I don't even know which one sounds better. So far all we know is that Chanel is more expensive, and I believe the Chanel is a little bit more like full coverage. I don't think this one mentioned to be full coverage. We'll see, obviously, once everything is on the skin. Packaging wise, I kind of prefer the Chanel. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the frosted glass on this and like the black cap and everything, it just looks so luxurious. Like this just looks like it's very expensive. This one does too, but just the Chanel kind of takes it away in that front. And then I'm gonna do a little swatch of both on the back of my hand for you guys, just so you can see what they look like next to each other. I'm just gonna do like a tiny little squirt of each one. Okay, here they are. So this is Chanel, and then this one is Dior. The Dior one definitely, I feel like, has more of a neutral undertone, and you can see a little bit of that beiginess to it too. I feel like the Chanel one almost looks a little bit more warm toned. I know they're both neutral, but obviously if we're comparing, they don't necessarily look the same. So that's just what I'm noticing right off the bat. Coverage wise, they both look pretty full, I would say, but you could see a little bit more shine peeking through with the Dior one, so just keep that in mind. So I guess we could just start applying, and then we'll talk details and things like that afterwards and see which one's more worth it. So I'm gonna do Chanel on my left side, and I'm gonna do Dior on my right side, and then we'll talk as soon as I'm done, and then I'll put the rest of my makeup on, see how other products work with both of these, and then I'll let you know which one's more worth it. So let's get started. Okay guys, I'm back. I just finished applying to both sides of my face. I definitely do see some differences just right off the bat. So first thing I noticed was the difference in the shades. So like I said, I knew they were both like a neutral undertone, but like we were talking about with the swatches on the back of my hand, the Chanel one just looks a little bit more warm toned than it does with the Dior one. I feel like the Dior one, like I said, you definitely see more of that beige to it, versus Chanel does have a little bit more warmth. But I do think they're both neutral at the same time. I think it's just a little bit more of what goes with your skin tone. I think both go pretty okay. I'm like pale everywhere else, so it's hard to tell. But when I have a tan, they both work really well for me. I will say when I tried the Chanel one last week or 2 weeks ago, I had a self tanner on and I put this on and it matched absolutely perfectly. Like I was like obsessed with the match that it gave me. So that was very, very exciting. But I will say the Dior one is more of that kind of beigey neutral, if that makes sense. So yeah, next thing I noticed was obviously the finish. So the Chanel side is definitely more matte. The Dior side is definitely a little bit more radiant. Like you could see that radiance like peeking through in my skin for sure, just like all over on this side, especially in this area. This side's just a little bit more like flat matte, which I feel like would be really good for special occasions. I feel like the Dior one, like this radiance, I would love for like every day. The other thing I wanted to mention was for pores. I'm not wearing a pore filling primer, so this is just like what they're doing on their own. But I feel like with the Chanel side, it almost looks like it covered up my pores a tiny bit better, but I do think that's because this one is matte. I feel like when there's a little bit of radiance around your pore area, the pores can look a little bit bigger. Not saying that the Dior one accentuates my pores, because I don't think that at all. But if I'm comparing the two, this one just looks a little bit more like smooth. And then to the touch, the Dior one feels a little bit more makeup-y than the Chanel one. Chanel just feels a little bit more like my skin, but they both feel great. And then the coverage of both was really, really amazing. Covered up everything I needed them to. So both are awesome there. And then next thing I'm gonna do is put the rest of my makeup on so I can see how other products react with both of these. And then I'll come back and show you guys the final results and let you know which one I think is more worth it. So give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I am back. My makeup is done and I do have just a couple new thoughts to share with you. So as far as other makeup on top of these products goes, I feel like both sides of my face look awesome. Like products work really, really well with both of these. But if I'm comparing one to the other and just like how things look on one side versus on the other side, I have to say the Chanel side just looks a little bit more like smooth and like put together and melted together. This side obviously does those things too, but I do feel like it just doesn't look that way as much as the Chanel side. Like let me just get up close so you guys could see. Here is the Dior side on my right. And then here's the Chanel side on my left. Let me know if I'm crazy and you guys see something different, but I just feel like from what I was seeing when I was applying the products and just like looking in the mirror now, I feel like the Chanel side looks more flawless. And then as far as my pores go, I feel like it's that same thing. Like the Chanel side, my pores look a little bit smoother than the Dior side. So I just feel like overall the Chanel one might be the winner, or is the winner, I guess, because I feel like just out of everything that I've listed about both, Chanel has like been the winner in most categories or most things that are important to me when I look for a foundation. So I'm gonna have to go with Chanel on this one, you guys, and this really just solidified it for me. And the other part of this too, I'm like really trying hard to determine which foundation I'm gonna be using for my wedding, and the Chanel one, just after trying it, has definitely been like up there as a contender because it just looks so flawless and perfect, and I feel like it goes with my skin tone and when I have a tan like really, really well. And just the way other products go with it, just the way that it makes my skin look and feel, like it's so comfortable. Both of these are, but the Chanel one literally feels like there's nothing on your face. Like it is just really, really good. I feel like the Dior one I would probably reach for more often for like every day, which I know is kind of crazy to say because they're both very expensive and I wouldn't wear either of these like every single day. But I guess for a more, like if I was looking for a more radiant, natural, everyday makeup look, I'd probably go with Dior. And then the Chanel one, I would probably go for like a very, very special occasion, like I want my face to look absolutely flawless, then I would probably go with Chanel. So I'm gonna say, just for the sake of the video, Chanel is the winner, but they're both amazing. You can't go wrong either way, but if I have to choose one, it's this one. So that's it for today. Comment and let me know what you guys think though, if you prefer one side over the other, what you might have seen that I didn't. Let me know what other videos you want to see from me. Give this a big thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel, but stay tuned and I will see you guys in the next video.